The garage is quiet, the dishes are finally done, and the tryptophan fog is just starting to lift. It's you, the bike, and the part of your brain that never really clocks out from thinking about the next ride, and the next ticket you don't want to get. This is Haunted Throttle Night Shift Tune and While You Tune Up. Tonight we're talking about 3 things. Holiday highway crackdowns that could ruin your weekend, and your wallet. A new Shoei helmet with a visor-mounted HUD that looks like it rode in from the future. And a quick look at big-time rally action that's closing out 2025 in the dirt and on the stages. Let's roll. You already know holiday traffic is chaos, extra cars, tired drivers, everybody in a hurry to get somewhere warm, and full of carbs. This week in the US, agencies are not messing around. Nationally, safety campaigns like Click It or Ticket and Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over mean more officers on the road and less patience for people skipping seatbelts or driving like they're in a video game. Around Thanksgiving, they treat this like a full-court press. Seatbelts, speeding, distracted driving, and especially DUIs. Zoom in a little, and the picture gets even clearer. In a lot of states in the Midwest and down south, troopers are pulling long holiday shifts with one goal: get the crash numbers down. In some places, a first-time DUI can mean up to a year's license suspension, possible jail time, and fines that can climb into the thousands, plus court costs, plus insurance, plus the tow, plus whatever happens to your bike if it goes to impound instead of your garage. Down in Texas and other big shoulder states, Highway Patrol is also watching for people blowing off move over slow down laws, those rules that say you either change lanes or slow down when you see emergency or service vehicles stopped on the shoulder. That includes cops, wreckers, and road crews. So what does this mean if you're rolling a bike this weekend? 3 simple things. 1. Assume every unmarked Tahoe is watching you, even if you're not doing anything wild. This is not the week to treat 10 to 15 over as fine as a lifestyle choice. Those small tickets add up fast, and they're looking for excuses to pull people over. 2. Gear and lighting matter. High-vis vests, reflective accents, auxiliary lights, a brake light modulator. Anything that keeps you from becoming a hood ornament in heavy, distracted traffic is worth it. Holiday traffic is full of tired parents, half-asleep truckers, and people who've been staring at taillights for 6 hours straight. 3. Have a sober ride planned before the first drink hits the table. Uber, a designated driver, or just leaving the bike parked are all cheaper than a DUI and a totaled motorcycle. Your future self will thank you for being boring and responsible on the front end. If you do go out, leave early, give yourself more time than you think you need, and ride like the other driver did get the bad news phone call today and isn't fully present behind the wheel. Alright, let's talk about something cool you might want on your head next season. Shoei just unveiled the GT Air 3 Smart, a touring helmet with a visor-mounted augmented reality HUD built in from the factory. Instead of glancing down at your phone or a handlebar-mounted GPS, this thing projects a tiny display into your field of view on the visor. Paired with your phone, it can show speed, turn-by-turn navigation, and call info, and tie into Bluetooth audio and comms. Shoei partnered with a tech company to integrate all the electronics, display, battery, microphone, speakers, wiring, inside the helmet shell instead of hanging boxes off the outside like a science project. It's built to modern safety standards first, gadgets second. There are some real upsides. Reaction time. Shoei's marketing claim is that riders react faster because they're not looking away to check a dash or phone. Whether that exact number is true or not, keeping your eyes closer to the road is almost always better. Less fumbling, no more "where's my next turn" moment in the dark on an unfamiliar road while you're trying to read a tiny phone screen on your bars. But there are trade-offs. Price. Early numbers put the GT Air 3 Smart up around the "are you serious" range for most riders, well over $1,000 in many markets. And remember, most helmet makers recommend replacing your lid about every 5 years. That's a lot of money on a timer. Distraction. Just because the info's in your field of view doesn't mean your brain isn't multitasking. If you already catch yourself getting screen locked in the car, you'll want to be honest with yourself before strapping a mini dashboard to your eyeball on 2 wheels. Legal gray zones. Helmet laws are one thing, electronic display laws and distracted driving rules are another. Before you flex that new HUD at bike night, it might be worth reading your local rules so you're not test case number 1 for a bored trooper and a curious judge. My personal take: smart helmets are probably here to stay. If you're a long-distance rider, urban commuter, or tech nerd tourer, this is worth keeping an eye on, especially if we start seeing the tech trickle down into more affordable shells over the next few years. For now, if the price tag makes your eyes water, you can always run a good phone mount and audio-only nav in your ear. Keep your dash simple and clean. Spend the extra money on better tires, better training, or airbag gear. Speaking of which, quick safety gear pit stop. If the idea of a HUD helmet feels like overkill but you still want a tech boost, 2025 has been big for airbag jackets and vests. Brands are pushing more street-friendly options, electronic vests you can wear over your normal jacket, and integrated systems built into textile and leather gear. Most use onboard sensors and algorithms to detect low sides, high sides, and some rear-end impacts. Then fire an airbag around your chest and back. They're not cheap either, but if you're deciding between another exhaust and something that might literally keep you breathing after a bad day, it's worth doing the math. If you've got a favorite airbag system you've actually used, hopefully in a parking lot demo, and not on the freeway, drop it in the comments for other riders who are on the fence. To close things out tonight, let's look beyond the neighborhood. On the rally side, the World Rally Championship is wrapping its season with a new event in Saudi Arabia this week. It's a debut round built around Jeddah, mixing high-speed gravel and fast road sections in the desert with big manufacturer pressure and a lot of eyes on the live stream. Even if you're not a rally nerd, there's a reason riders should care. Rally stages are a masterclass in reading surfaces at speed, sand, gravel, broken tarmac, you name it. A lot of the skills and mental game from rally driving line up with fast ADV and dirt riding, vision, line choice, patience on loose surfaces, and knowing when not to send it. Closer to home, the first ADV-style cannonball rally crossed the U.S. earlier this fall, roughly 3,500 miles, 10 states, and a stack of checkpoints from the East Coast to the Pacific. Only a couple of riders DNF'd out of dozens of starters, which tells you how stubborn ADV folks are when the road and the dirt get weird. If that kind of thing is on your bucket list, consider this your reminder to start building your fitness and your bike setup now, not the week before you sign up. Get comfortable with long days back-to-back? Spend some time practicing navigation and problem solving, not just Instagram parking lot posing. Riding is more fun when you've got something to train for, even if your rally is just the big personal loop you finally tackle next spring. That's it for tonight's night shift. Holiday takeaway: stay visible, don't drink and ride, and respect the fact that this is one of the most chaotic times of year on the road for everyone, not just riders. Tech takeaway: the future is creeping onto your visor, but old school habits like scanning, distance, and patience are still the real superpowers. If this was rolling in the background while you wrenched, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with where you're riding or staying parked this weekend. Ride safe, keep the shiny side up, and I'll catch you on the next Haunted Throttle Night Shift.